So I guess I would say that I've always had a head for numbers. I love to write computer code. And I actually thought I was going to make my fame and fortune, writing some killer application. Actually left school for a year to do that. The software startup that was very popular, in the late 70s. Mine didn't work out as well as the best known one did. But it was fun. So I think it could have, that could have gone anywhere. I will tell you that the success of the last 10 years has really not been driven by a particular level of education as much as it's been a focus on passion. The thing that was neat about Tweeter and the thing that made it successful and the thing that I think is probably the key tie-in between that company and an institution like this one is that it was chock full of passionate people. Tweeter had tons and tons of aspiring musicians who worked at Tweeter because you get the demo, and you were paid to crank it up, so it was a good thing. But it was really run by people who were passionate, people who cared, and so being involved with an organization that was not just about business, but we had a founder who was convinced he could save the world through better audio, and that was actually kind of neat. And so that, and I will tell you that where the company ran into trouble, aside from all the things that were happening in the industry and so forth, is that as the company got to a particular size, that culture, that passion became really very hard to hold on to, and I think was one of the challenges of the company. So, one of the things I loved about it was being able to exercise a leadership role with a group of people who were really passionate about what they were doing. And so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of hard work, particularly as you're growing a company, for 6 or 7 years, we grew it at between 70 and 80% a year. And we were always raising money, and so there was lots of stuff going on. So lots of long weeks, but it never really felt like work most of the time. It was a lot of fun because you got to hang out with people who you really appreciated and really liked. And so I will tell you that I don't know that I fully appreciated that for what it was at the time that it was happening. It's now, in retrospect, as I look back and I think, geez, what are the things I like, what are the things I didn't like? To your point, would I do it again? I would do the whole Tweeter thing again in a heartbeat. It was really, it was a lot of fun. And out of that comes some relationships that I think, will endure for a lifetime. I don't know if I covered all your questions, but close enough.